Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about factoring polynomials. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So we have this given quadratic polynomials. So once again, we will know that these are quadratic polynomials if the highest degree is 2. If the highest exponent in the variable is 2, therefore these are quadratic polynomials. Alright, so this will be the quadratic equation. If you still remember, ax squared plus bx plus c. So for numbers 1, 2, and 3, if you don't have the value of c, so c class is the number alone without the variable, without any letter. So if you don't have the value of c, you can just simply factor this 1, 2, and 3 by finding the GCF. Alright, so let's try number 1. So 2x squared minus 8x. So to factor this out, you think with regards to the numbers, you think of a number that you can divide that number by 2 and 8, the greatest common factor. So that would be 2, right? Because 2, you can divide it by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we can divide 2 by this 2 and 8. So the greatest number, or the GCF of 2 and 8, that would be 2. Now with regards to the variable class, is you just need to select the variable with the least exponent. So this is actually x here. Understood that the exponent is 1. So therefore, we select x. And then you put quantity or parentheses. Then you divide. Okay? Simple as that. So 2x squared divided by 2x. So you divide this 1. Divide 2x. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then x squared divided by x. So just simply subtract the exponent class if you're dividing algebraic expression. So x squared divided by x. So that would be x squared minus 1. So x raised to the power of 2 minus 1. So the answer is 1x or x. Understood that any variable, there is a numerical coefficient of 1 and exponent of 1. So you can just simply write x. Alright, or this one, 2x squared divided by x, cancel 2, and that would be x. Because 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, simply x. So this is x, then negative 8x divided by 2x, negative 8x divided by 2x, negative 8 divided by 2, that's negative 4, x divided by x, simply cancel. So this will be our answer for number 1. Easy, right? For number 1. So you can actually check your answer if it's correct. You can do the distributive property 2x times x. So 2x times x, that would be 2x squared. 2x times negative 4, that's negative 8x. And you will get the same answer. So this will be our answer. So that's how you factor this. So this will be 2x quantity x minus 4 for number 1. Alright, easy for number 1. Let's try number 2. So for number 2, 4x plus 20x squared. So we can arrange this one. This is actually the same with 20x squared plus 4x. That's the same class. So we just arrange this one because our quadratic equation, x squared comes first before the linear term and then the constant. So this is actually the same class. Alright, so what would be the greatest number that we can divide that number by 20 and 4? Of course, that would be 4, right? You can use 2, but 2 is smaller than 4, so we will be using 4. And for the variable, just simply copy the variable with the least exponent, so that would be x for x. Then divide 20x squared divided by 4x, so 20x squared divided by 4x. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. X squared divided by x is x, 5x. Then this one, 4x divided by 4x. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. X divided by x is cancel. So that would be 1 plus 1. Alright, that's the answer, class. So if you multiply this one, distributive property, 4x times 5x, that's 20x squared. 4x times positive 1, that's positive 4x. Alright, so this will be our answer. 4x quantity 5x minus 1. Alright, so let's try number 3. Easy for 1, 2, and 3, right? So let's try number 3, negative 3s squared plus 9s. So you think of a number that we can divide that number by negative 3 and positive 9. Of course, that would be negative 3. Right? We can factor this out by negative 3. And for s, the variable with the least degree, so that would be s. So negative 3s. So we divide negative 3s squared divided by negative 3s. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 is positive 1. S squared divided by s is s. So we can just simply erase 1. S is the same with 1s. So s, this is s. Then positive 9s divided by negative 3s. So positive 9 divided by negative 3, that's negative 3. S divided by s simply cancel. So this will be minus 3. Alright, and then we check, we distribute. Let's check if we get the same answer. Negative 3s negative 3s multiplied by s, that would be negative 3s squared. Negative 3s multiplied by negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3, that's positive 9. Then copy s. Negative 3s squared plus 9s. So this will be our answer. So this is correct. Negative 3s times s minus 3. Alright, so we're done with 1, 2, and 3. So let's proceed now to number 4 and 5. So if you don't, once again, if you don't have the value of c, you can find the GCF. Now, if you don't have the value of b, for number 4 and 5 class, you don't have the value of b, check class, the equation. You have the quadratic term, you have x squared, but you don't have the value of b, the linear term, but you have the constant. You don't have this one, okay, the bx, for numbers 4 and 5. So if you don't have the value of bx, or the linear term, you can actually solve this one class by the difference of two squares. So this will be the equation class of the difference of two squares. A squared minus b squared. Our answer will be quantity a plus b, and then quantity a minus b. So it's easy class. You just need to get the square of the first term, square root of the first term. Sorry, you just need to get the square root of the first term, that is a, and the square root of the last term, that would be b, and then you copy plus and minus. So let's try number 4 class to understand it more. So x squared minus 25. So once again, you put two parentheses, right? Two quantity. Get the square root of the first term for x squared is x. You put x, 2x, then square root of, okay, square root of 25. So the square root of 25 is 5. You put two 5s. And then copy plus minus. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 4. Easy for number 4, right? So this will be our answer. X plus 5 and x minus 5. So let's try number 5. So we have 9t squared minus 4. Alright, 9t squared minus 4. So once again, when you check the equation, you don't have the linear term, you don't have the bx, a number together with a variable with the exponent of 1. This is example of the linear term class. A number together with a variable with the exponent of 1. Like 6x, 3y, 2y. So if you don't have this linear term, like this example, you just simply solve for the difference of two squares. Alright, so once again, you put two quantity. And then, you square the first term. Sorry, square root of the first term. So the square root of 9 is 3. The square root of t squared is t. Alright, and then you put 3t on the other side. And then you get the square root of the second term. The square root of 4 is 2. And then you put plus minus. So once again, square root of 9 is 3. Square root of t squared is t. So you put 2, 3 t's. And then the square root of 4 is 2. You put 2 on the left and also on the right of this quantity. And then positive, negative. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 5. Easy, right? For number 5 and 4. So 3t plus 2. The other one is 3t minus 2. Alright, so let's try number 6. Alright, so for numbers 6, 7, and 8, if you have this given three terms, the thing that you will do, you look at first the quadratic term. If a is equals to 1, so for number 6 and 7, a is equals to 1, except for number 2. Now, if a is equals to 1 for number 6 and 7, the thing that you will do is you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 12. At the same time, when you combine the two numbers, you will get 8. So let's try that. Number 6, x squared plus 8x plus 12. So once again, your answer here for the trinomial, it should be two binomials. So you will write two parentheses, and then you will write x, 2x, x for the first binomial, and x for the second term. And then you will be adding two numbers. So you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 12. At the same time, when you combine the two numbers, you will get 8. So for 12, what are the factors of 12 class? There will be 1 times 12, 3 times 4, and 2 times 6, right? These are the factors of 12. So you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 12. At the same time, when you combine, you will get positive 8. Of course, there will be 2 and 6, right? Because this one, if we combine, we get 13. If we combine, we get 7. Since we want 8, okay, we multiply. 2 times 6 is 12. And when we add, we get 8. So therefore, this will be our answer, positive 2 and positive 6. That's it, class. Positive 2 and positive 6. These are the factors of this quadratic equation, x squared plus 8x plus 12. Very easy, right? So this will be x plus 2 and then x plus 6. Alright, so once again, you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 12. And when you combine the two numbers, you will get 8. So therefore, you need to find the factors of 12. And these are the factors of 12. So that's how you answer, class, if a is equals to 1 in the quadratic term. So let's try number 7. So what if we have x squared minus 2x minus 15? So what are the factors of 15? Of course, there will be 1 times 15, 3 times 5, right? What else? Okay, there's nothing else for 15. So you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get negative 15. Of course, this is negative 15 since our constant is negative 15. So one number should be negative. Okay, one number should be negative because positive times negative is negative. So one number should be negative. And negative times positive is still negative. So one number should be negative. So if we use this 1 and 15, if we add 1 and 15, this will be 16, right? And if we subtract 15 minus 1, that will be 14. So it's impossible to use this 1 and 15. How about for 3? If we add 3 and 5, this will be 8, right? If we subtract 5 minus 3, that would be 2. But since we have negative 2, okay, since we have negative 2, one number should be negative, because if you multiply negative by a positive number, you will get negative 15. So if we will use negative 3 and then positive 5, if we combine, can we get negative 2? Negative 3 plus positive 5, this is positive 2. Unlike sign, subtract, then copy the sign of the larger number. So you will get positive 2. Therefore, we cannot use this one. So therefore, it should be negative 5. It should be negative 5 and positive 3. Because if you combine negative 5 plus 3, that would be negative 2, right? Subtract, then copy the sign of the larger number. This will be negative 2. Alright, so negative plus positive, if the signs are not the same, you subtract and then copy the sign of the larger absolute value, which is negative. So negative 2. So therefore, it should be positive 3 and negative 5. So you put two quantity. So this will be x and x. So our factors, class, that would be minus 5, x minus 5, and the other one is x plus 3. So if you multiply this one, 3 times negative 5, that's negative 15. If you combine negative 5 plus 3, you will get negative 2. So these are the factors, class. That's how you find the factors, class. X plus 3, and then the other one, x minus 5. Alright, so let's try the last one, number 8. For number 8 class, this will be quite tricky for number 8. So let's try number 8. Now, if the equation class, okay, it with the quadratic term before x squared is greater than 1, if it's greater than 1, you will try another solution class. This will be the solution if a is greater than 1 or is not equal to 1. So 2x squared plus 3x minus 14. So the thing that you will do, okay, you need to multiply first the first term, this one, the a and c. So you multiply a and c before we can factor this out. So this will be a times c. Alright, so a is 2. So that would be 2 times c is negative 14. 2 times negative 14. So this will be negative 28. So once again, if a is not equals to 1, the thing that you will do is you multiply this number by c. So 2 times 14, that's negative 28. And then you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get negative 28. When you combine, you will get positive 3. So what are the factors of 28? There will be 1 times 28, 2 times 14, and 4 times 7, right? These are the factors of 28. So if you combine 28 and 1, 28 plus 1, that's 29. 28 minus 1 is 27. We cannot use this one. 14 plus 2 is 16. 14 minus 2 is 12. We cannot use this one. 7 plus 4 is 11. 7 minus 4 is 3. Right? So therefore, we can use this one. But since this is negative 28, one number should be negative. Right? One number should be negative because 4, okay, because a number, negative number multiplied by positive, it will be negative. But since this is positive 3, so therefore, it should be negative 4 and positive 7, right? Because if you multiply negative 4 times 7, that's negative 28, right? If you multiply negative 4 times 7, that's negative 28. If you combine negative 4 plus, okay, negative 4 plus 7, that's positive 3. Alright, so therefore, so we cannot factor this out easily like this. So the thing that you will do, we need to copy the first term. So this will be 2x squared. Then 7 is positive and 4 is negative. Because if you multiply negative 28, if you combine, this will be positive 3. So copy negative 4x, copy positive 7x, then copy negative 14. Alright, so that's the thing there. It's quite tricky, class. If a is not equal to 1, so this is the thing that you will do. You multiply the first term, the a, and the last term. So 2 times negative 14, that's negative 28. Then you find two numbers that when you multiply, you will get this one. When you combine, you will get 3x. So negative 4x plus 7x, that's positive 3x. So then we factor this out by group. Alright, you factor this out by group. I will just put the link, class, on the description down below on how to factor the group of polynomials. Okay, this group. So this will be, you can factor this out by 2. And you can factor this out by x. So you select the lowest variable, class. So x. So 2x squared divided by 2x, that's x. 2 divided by 2 is 1. X squared divided by x is x. Negative 4. Okay, negative 4 divided by 2, that's negative 2. Then x divided by x is cancel. So this will be 2x, quantity x minus 2. If you multiply 2x times x, that will be 2x squared. 2x times negative 2, that's negative 4x. Then plus, so you can factor this out by 7. We cannot factor this out with the variable because 14 doesn't contain variable. So just 7. Plus 7. Then this will be 7x divided by 7, that's x. 7 divided by 1, 7 divided by 7 is 1. Then copy x. X. Then negative 14, okay, divided by 7, that's negative 2. Alright, now since we have these two equations equal, these equations are equal, so we can equate this one. So just simply copy this one, class. This first equation, this one, this will be your first factor. 2x plus 7, okay, sorry, 2x plus 7, and the other factor, this one, x minus 2. Alright, so once again, you copy this one, 2x, this will be the first factor. 2x plus 7, and the second factor, this equal class, this one. This x minus 2 and x minus 2. You can equate this one. This will be equal. This becomes 1 class. Alright, so this will be your answer. 2x plus 7 and x minus 2. So that's it, class. That's how you factor the polynomials, the quadratic polynomials. So you try this one, class. This will be number 9. You try this one, x squared minus 2x minus 24. And you put your answer in the comment section down below. Give me the factors for this one. Alright, so once again, if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe. You share it to your friends, class, and to your classmates so that we can help them. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Bye-bye.